Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I want to touch base with you on the pros and cons of self-publishing. Self-publishing is all that I know. I am not represented by an agency, and I don't, of course, have a publishing house that distributes my books. I do it all on my own. The writing, of course, is on my own, but more than that, all of the promotion and marketing is on my own as well. And that can be very difficult, especially when you have more things going on in your life than just writing. This past week was a very difficult week for me and my family. A lot of just stresses and whatnot that happen in everyday life. So that's why I didn't get a video out to you guys last week. So I do apologize about that. And that may happen from time to time. Hopefully not very often. But when it does, I'm going to apologize in advance for that. So yeah, doing everything on your own can be very, very stressful, very time consuming, of course, because you're the one-man show. I don't have a PA working with me. I do have a couple people that do assist, but for the most part I do it all on my own, which can be difficult. More than difficult sometimes. It can be a real stressor. Headaches, fatigue, anxiety, not sleeping well. But, you know, you have to do it. If you want to succeed, you have to really put in the time and do what it takes. And that part of that, which as I felt have been quite successful, is of course through social media. Not just this YouTube channel, but my Facebook author page. And even my personal page. I do belong to a lot of Facebook groups that assist or allow promotion of indie authors. I have my blog, which is quite successful. And I have, what else do I have? I have Twitter, and I have Tumblr and Instagram. Now, I don't necessarily post a lot to each of those every day. I have been doing a lot of tweeting lately, about 4 to 5, maybe sometimes 6 tweets a day on Twitter, and then I try to post at least once a day on Facebook if I have the time. But aside from my 9 to 5, and then with trying to write and get Curtis completed, I don't have a lot of time to focus on social media, at least not as much as I want to. And because I don't have anyone posting on my behalf, it's all on me. I have to just rely on the time that I have in order to get the word out there. And that's challenging. It's stressful. It's, well, I think just the best word is challenging. You think as though maybe you struggle, you put all of this hard work, all of this dedication into making the best product you can. You're ready to publish, you hit that publish button, and then it's now what? Now what do? Do I just sit on my hands and wait for the money to pour in? If that's the case, you may be very disappointed. Or if you're one of the lucky ones, you may be elated and things really may take off for you. And if that's the case, congratulations, you're amazing, and I wish you all the luck in the world. For the most part, excuse me, that doesn't always happen for all of us indie authors. Sometimes you have a really good story, not only what you think is a really good story, but others have told you that what you've produced is a very good product, but it still may not sell very well. And that may have a lot to do with the fact of not knowing how to promote, not knowing how to market yourself. So you do just everything you can. You get on social media, you get on every social media outlet you can think of, and you push your product almost to the point of nausea, not only for yourself, but for those who are reading about all of your posts. But then again, on the flip of that, yeah, you may, I don't want to say become a nuisance, because I would hope that no one would think of, you know, that would be the case, but you get to a point where you see the same person posting all of the time in all of these different Facebook groups or on their own page, and they're constantly putting stuff out there about the books that they've written. It's going to get to a point where you're like, okay, well, I see this all the time, let me see what it's about, and then you buy the book. That's kind of what promoting on your own is like. You may promote for months and months or even years and get very, very little sales, like a handful of sales. But you have to have faith in what you've produced. You can't just fall by the wayside. You can't just let it be. You have to, I don't want to say force it on other people, but you have to force the idea. You have to keep your name on people's minds. You have to keep your face in the forefront. You have to keep your titles in the forefront. Your teasers that you make, post them often. Not necessarily the same one every 2 hours on a specific social media site, but have several made for a specific book, and then just randomly, you know, choose 1 or 4, whatever, to post throughout your day, and then recycle them as the month goes by. That way, yes, the title is getting out there, the information about the book is getting out there, but people aren't saying the same images and the same text and the same ugh all the time. It's different, you're mixing it up, but you're still promoting the same story. That's what I try to do. I find it to be quite effective. I've had a lot of feedback saying that people really like what they've seen so far of my my posts concerning my teaser trailers and whatnot, and that's always good to hear. Hopefully, once Curtis releases, that will translate into sales, and if not, you know, that's okay. I write for me. I write because I love to write. Do I want to be an author one day that makes a living off of her work? Of course. But that's not why I started writing books. And I don't think that's really why any author starts to write. We do it for the love of it. And if it turns into a business for us or our livelihood, then that's just icing. That's the gravy. But again, doing it all on your own, it is hard work, and you have to stick to it. I get tired of seeing my own trailers. I have to go through my Twitter feed and say, okay, which ones have I posted in the last week? Oh, all of them? Okay, we'll have to start from the beginning. Now, I fear that a lot of people may say, oh my gosh, this person is posting these again. I see these every day, blah, blah, blah. That may be at first what people think, but if it turns into someone checking out Amazon or Smashwords or Barnes & Noble and having them pay the $3 to purchase a book, or the 99 cents to purchase a book, whatever the cost may be at the time, then that's part of my job well done. You know, if I was able to get someone to check it out and to pay that few bucks for my story, then it was worth hassling, or just really going over and over and over and over again saying, please, 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 at least just check it out. And that's one of the most difficult things too about doing it on your own as an indie author, is that you have to put in almost more time promoting your product than you do writing the product. When you're writing a story, for the most part, it's going to flow very easily. You had the idea of the story to begin with, enough to where it inspired you to write it down. So writing the story itself, I think, would be the easiest part of it. Promoting it is much more difficult, in my opinion. And that has a lot to do with the fact, number one, I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to promotion. Again, I'm only really using social media. And then again, excuse me, in September, I will be back in Nashville for the Authors at the Opry book signing. So that'll be another way for me to promote. And I very well may be at another signing later in the year, but I don't know about that yet. I'll have to keep you guys posted on it. But yeah, when you're doing it all yourself, it is very time consuming, and it's very, very difficult. You don't have a team or a personal assistant or an agent or anyone promoting on your behalf. And it's a full-time job in and of itself, and a full-time job that doesn't pay your bills. So it's frustrating until the day, hopefully, that it does pay your bills, and it will all be worth it. But yeah, those are some of the struggles that an indie author goes through. I know it's a struggle that I go through. It's a struggle that sometimes I don't want to have to deal with every day, but I always make time to at least post 2 to 3 times in a day, even if I really don't want to. If I'm just in a day where I don't even want to get off the couch or look at a computer, which is rare, to be honest, I try to post something just to keep my name out there, you know. Even if what I post has nothing to do with my book, I post something to keep my name out there, to keep it kind of on the forefront of people's minds when they do kind of stop and say, you know what, what's a good read right now? What's a good romance read that I can look at? You know what, I've seen K.L. Thomas post a lot of stuff recently. Let me see what her stuff's about. If I get 1 or 2 people that have that thought, yay me! I've done it, you know. I've been able to crash through the subconscious and make someone really think of me and think of my product. And hopefully if they do purchase it, they like what they see and they like what they get, and then that will remind them that I do have upcoming things that are ready to release, or that are due to release later on. And they'll keep me in mind when those do release, and hopefully like those stories as well. So yeah, that's what this video is all about. It's just all about the struggles of the one-person job, the one person doing it all. I know there's more like me out there, and just know that you're not alone. The struggle is real. Everyone has it. And for those who need someone to talk to, or need some feedback, or just some not necessarily collaboration, but who would like some feedback or a little bit of discussion concerning anything that you're currently working on, I have created my own Facebook group page. It's called Author to Author, AUTHORTO, and basically it's just where authors can come together and post whatever ideas that they have on their current work in progress. And the other authors in the group can either comment or offer some criticism, granted constructive criticism, nothing nasty, and then it will allow for everyone to kind of grow and hopefully produce really amazing products. I'm looking forward to having more and more posts on that page. It is a brand new page, so it's gotten very little work or very little posts on it right now. I try to post something every day, but that doesn't always happen, only because I'm so busy with the other things. But you know, we'll see how that group grows. But yeah, if anyone has a question about really anything that has to do with what I go through on the day-to-day with promotion, or any questions that they may have concerning promoting themselves, and you want to feel free to ask, go ahead and place it in the comments below. I will read all of the comments, and if I can't answer something, or if I don't think as though I can offer the best answer available, I will definitely try to ask one of my fellow authors who are a little bit more experienced and see if they can offer some kind of guidance. That is it, I believe, for this week's video. You guys take care, have a great weekend, and I will see you next Saturday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.